According to figures released by the Institute of Medicine, more than 100 million Americans suffer from chronic pain, costing the U.S. economy roughly $600 billion a year in medical treatments and loss of productivity. Poor diet, lack of exercise, harmful electromagnetic fields from electronics, toxic chemicals, air pollutants, and environmental factors have all been proven to contribute to chronic pain and illness. The key lies right under our noses, hidden within the very cells of our body. When we look at the human cell, it functions much like a capacitor, accumulating and holding an electrical charge. Just as a cell phone battery holds a charge, the cells within our body are no different. According to recent research, as voltage begins to drop, pain and disease begin to manifest. Thus, optimal health is always defined by voltage. There are essentially 3 ways to re-energize our cells. 1. Physical exercise. 2. Natural spring water. 3. Raw nutrition. However, these 3 things alone are not always enough. We can quickly bring our cells back into balance when we add cellular exercise. Cellular exercise is based on the principles of pulsed electromagnetic field technology. Used worldwide and as a standard therapy in Europe for decades, PEMF dates back to include research from thought-leading innovators such as Nikola Tesla. In 1979, the FDA approved PEMF for use in stimulating bone growth, and in 1987 for adjunct therapy to treat postoperative edema and pain. In 2004, PEMF was used as an adjunct to cervical fusion surgery, and in 2011 for treatment in depression for patients unresponsive to medication. NASA used PEMF to reverse the bone loss and muscle degeneration experienced by astronauts. Today, cellular exercise is now available to the masses as the next step in the evolution of PEMF.
When people have tried absolutely everything else and they're almost throwing their hands up in the air, they've almost lost hope. And when they hear how I describe the PEMF, it's almost like they can't believe it. It's too good to be true.
My own son, who had a stress fracture in his foot, and we were able to resurrect his senior cross-country season by running the magnet charger in 30-minute intervals, but in series of intervals. And so it took a lot of treatment and a lot of care, but ultimately we were able to restore a fracture in his foot faster than you might expect. It wasn't the 6-week window that you would expect. It was more like 6 days.
I use PEMF in my office. With anyone that comes in, it's a benefit. It'll increase the energy all the way through the body. Pulse cellular exercise, if you look at the benefits of what just exercise is, using this tool, you get all those benefits of exercise throughout the entire body.
It didn't even take that long, which is the best part. And now, pain-free, you know, it's amazing.
They said, you got full-blown pneumonia, both lungs are involved. You need to be in this tent for 10 days. And I went, nope, I'm not staying here. If you keep me here, I'll probably die of infection. I'm checking out AMA. So I hit start for an hour on the pulse electromagnetic frequency. I stayed in the chair for 36 hours. 36 hours later, I took a shower. I felt pretty good. It was time to go back to work. I stopped by the hospital to get a new x-ray, and the doctor looked at me like I was a walking ghost again, except this time I had my color and my spring in my step back. And he said, I thought I'd see you at your funeral. And I said, well, not this week. I was perfect. I had 98% on my lungs, no fluid, good clean x-ray, good bill of health. I was back to work, worked about a 12-hour day that next day.
My brain now is clear. I can think properly. I can add again, you know, in my head, where before I couldn't. I had to use a calculator.
Immediately that day, better bowel movements. So that was probably the first immediate result I noticed. I was sleeping better. I had more energy the next day.
I have more energy, more vibrant. I feel better. I'm able to take 5-6 mile walks. Yesterday, for example, I walked 8 miles yesterday. 8 months ago, I wasn't able to do that.
Through this treatment, I saw the most incredible results I've ever experienced in my life. Within 48 hours, all the pain was gone. I didn't need assistance to be weight bearing.
There's one of the Falcons players, so one of their offensive linemen came in and he had severe Achilles tendon pain. and he didn't even think he was even going to play. And this was, he came in on a Friday before a Sunday game. So I gave him my PEMF machine. He took it home for the weekend, and he ran that machine all night long for 2 days, all day long and all night long for 2 days. And he said he woke up Sunday morning with 0 pain.
On the first day, it erased 100% of the pain out of my body. That day was Friday, September 29th of 2006. I went to sleep that night with 0 pain for the first time in over 20 years. So if I have any dream or idea for the future, is the fact that there's so many more people to help and so many more lives to affect. I just think that's really where the future lies for me. How do we get it out there so that it's accessible to a lot more people and a lot more people can enjoy the benefits?